Special counsel seeks court order to limit Trump's speech in election interference case in a significant development in the ongoing investigation into election interference. Special counsel Jack Smith has made a formal request to a federal judge, seeking an order that would curtail the freedom of speech of former President Donald Trump in relation to the case. The request, if granted, would have wide-reaching implications for Trump's ability to publicly comment on the investigation. Restrictions on Trump's speech. At the heart of this request is a proposed order that would impose specific restrictions on what Trump can say regarding the election interference case. These restrictions would encompass a range of topics, including statements about witness identity, testimony, and credibility. Trump would be prohibited from making any statements that pertain to the identity. This provision aims to prevent any attempt by Trump to influence or undermine the perceived integrity of the individuals who may be called to testify, testimony, or credibility of potential witnesses in the case. Disparaging or intimidating comments. The proposed order would also bar Trump from making disparaging or intimidating comments about various parties involved in the case. The goal here is to maintain an environment free from undue influence and harassment that could compromise the fairness of the proceedings. This includes witnesses, attorneys, court personnel, and even potential jurors. Preserving a fair trial. Smith's request is driven by a fundamental desire to safeguard the integrity of the legal process. By seeking these restrictions on Trump's speech, the special counsel aims to ensure that the upcoming trial, if there is one, can proceed fairly and without interference. Concern lies in Trump's historical behavior, particularly in the aftermath of the 2020 election. During that period, he initiated a widespread disinformation campaign, publicly and repeatedly asserting unfounded claims about election fraud and his supposed victory. These statements not only sought to erode public trust in the electoral system but also had the potential to intimidate individuals who dared to challenge his falsehoods. Trump's history of intimidation and disinformation. The filing accompanying Smith's request emphasizes Trump's track record of intimidating witnesses and spreading disinformation. It chronicles instances where Trump's statements were designed to undermine the credibility of those who opposed him, be it after the 2020 election or during the ongoing investigation. This documented history serves as a backdrop to Smith's argument for restricting Trump's speech. Furthermore, the special counsel's submission highlights an alarming trend: cases where individuals have faced threats and harm due to their involvement in legal proceedings related to Trump. For instance, it references a case where a woman in Texas was arrested for making a direct threat to a judge involved in Trump-related matters. The perceived danger in the quest for fairness. In essence, the request for an order limiting Trump's speech isn't solely about legal technicalities, it's a response to what Smith and his team perceive as a real and present danger. Contend that Trump's continued dissemination of false information and his tendency to vilify those connected to the case jeopardize the very fabric of justice. The ultimate goal is to ensure that if Trump does stand trial, it does so in an environment that is impartial and free from external pressures. By restricting Trump's extrajudicial statements, the special counsel seeks to create the conditions necessary for a fair trial. This not only protects the rights of the accused but also safeguards the credibility of the entire legal system. In summary, special counsel Jack Smith's request for a court order limiting Donald Trump's speech represents a pivotal moment in the ongoing investigation into election interference. It underscores the importance of maintaining a fair and impartial legal process and seeks to mitigate the potential influence of a historically vocal and combative former president. The outcome of this request will undoubtedly have significant implications for the path forward in this high-stakes legal saga.